I was actually no. Like, I don't know why we're recording this early, but I wanted to say I was watching an old episode and I saw the original trailer we did, the opening, the dog barking.
Oh yeah.
That's oh my god. We should bring that back.
Oh my god. I do have this ball.
I was gonna ask what the fuck a juggling ball is there for.
I don't know. Saw it at the gym. I took it.
You saw it at the gym.
I don't know what.
Because people go to the gym. All right, welcome to another riveting episode of the Mock Show. What's up, guys? That's Michael. Did you get a haircut recently?
Yes, I did. My ears stick out.
You have like a little Frankie Muniz thing going on there. I can't be talking because I was home this weekend and I was you know how like you say like people are cute when they're kids, like when they're babies, but then they're fucking ugly when they're like teenagers. If
this is another rant about you,
no.
It's fine.
No, it's not a rant. Oh, I think I deleted it. Fuck.
Why did you meet? Like, did you see like your grandma and they went? What happened to you?
No. Because I was looking good. My
you
dad.
were ugly then too.
Fuck off. My dad was like, he's like put all these pictures on our computer because he had a bunch of these old SD cards from all of his like old video cameras that he used to fucking, I guess, because like whenever my dad goes to like any sort of like family event, he'll bust out the fucking camcorder and just record shit and take pictures. Yeah. And so he was like, yeah, well for him it's sort of like a way to remember stuff. And so he was like, okay, here are these SD cards. Fucking put them on the computer and then go drag all the pictures and stuff. And this is what I was talking about.
You want to show it to the fine
folks?
No,
because I was.
That's a lot like the soccer picture I took of you.
Can I rotate this?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I got it. I got the gist.
Oh my god.
Holy shit!
That was bad.
This is you.
Yeah, I know. I can see
out hair.
I can see why I do want to hang out with you when we played soccer.
Exactly. Why do you think I avoided you for so many years?
Oh god, I've come a long way since then. Holy fuck. But no, that's fuck off. That was like, but that's the thing is that I saw that picture, I died laughing.
You know what? It was funny when I was first born. I looked like an Asian baby. Like my dad thought my mom might have cheated on him because I looked so Asian. I had like a cone head like that. It was And actually, I kind of still feel a bit of a bump, but you know it's covered by my hair.
The ears are they're not that bad. They're good. Your ears.
This ear's a lot bigger, but what I can do.
That's gross. But no, I had like the
release. There we go.
It's like you have it on time there. But no, I had that ugly overbite as a kid, and that I saw that picture. I'm like, this is exactly what Michael did when they hang out with us when we were younger.
That's why I was like, Michael, pass me the ball.
It's like, who the fuck is this guy? Like,
I don't know who he is.
It's like, is he pretending to play? Like what's going on here?
Is he on my team? I mean, we have the same jersey, but I don't know.
But like a guy of his caliber, there's no way we could be on the same team. He's on a whole different fucking league. Oh shit!
I'm not saying anything.
I'm just saying because my ears were like this size and my head was a lot smaller. So you can just imagine. And then the Buck T2 were just brutal. Luckily, I've grown into them since. Holy shit!
Thank God you got braces.
Yeah. I was just thinking. I'm like, holy fuck! If I still do that today, I would be like extremely disadvantaged. I like how you're like getting into the shot here because you're so used to me going like this.
Yeah, I'm so used to it.
All right, so we're gonna do things a bit differently today. I was talking to him on the bus over here, and I was like, we always talk about hockey. So we're going to talk about hockey for I think the two people who watch the show for the hockey talk, we're going to have that later on. So stay tuned for that.
And I want to do a top 10 super, because we did that
We did a top 7 2 years ago.
And I wanted to
do it. It was at that,
And it got deleted.
Yeah. No, because it was on my iPad or some shit, and then it got deleted. And that was actually a good list. Top 7.
But
now, it was different. I have no idea what the fuck's on it. Now we can add shit to it.
Because so many have come out, and so many will come out. But I was watching Amazing Spider-Man 2 trailer yesterday, and I'm like, shit, this looks good.
Yeah, Paul Giamatti as Rhino.
Right. Anyway, let's go.
Do you know who Paul Giamatti is?
I know who he is, but whatever. Go on.
No. What do you mean, whatever? I think he's going to be bad in that movie. I don't like what they're doing with that character.
I heard he's barely in it.
Oh, so why have him in it then?
Because they're setting up for. Well, we are totally going sideways with this, but we are apparently they're setting up a Sinister Six for Spider-Man 3.
What the fuck is that?
It was a group of 6 villains that all teamed up against Spider-Man.
Insidious 6?
Or Sinister 6. I don't know which word they used.
You can't make this shit up, can you?
No, it was actually pretty cool. They used it in the animated show, and it was really, really cool.
Oh, yeah, because you watched that.
It was a good show, man.
Was it?
Yeah, Spider-Man 1994 series was a very good show.
Oh, they're talking about the old 50s style one. Like,
oh no, they were.
Like,
oh my
that show is
god!
terrible.
Oh shit! Anything in the 50s was. Well, the Batman series were alright. Anyway, talk about what we talked about on the bus.
Well, actually, I was game changer. I'm thinking of this right now. Like literally, we're like on the fly here. This is how we operate.
This is how I work.
So there's two things that I want to talk about in this video. Something a bit different. We're going outside the box here, Michael. We are like going not off the grid. That doesn't make any sense. We're like,
just tell us.
Okay. So the one thing is I want to talk about is that because
I like the lighting now.
Yeah, we actually see
natural light.
Yeah, we're not like in some dingy fucking prison.
I know. Like I'm looking at that video down there. It's like, ugh.
Oh shit. All right. So the one thing I was talking about because the reason why I also want to talk about is because you were going on about the Canadians or not the Canadians, sorry, but the Olympians in Sochi with that.
Right.
So I was gonna say we are gonna talk about again something different than hockey. We're gonna talk about what we think are like the benefits and the drawbacks. Don't laugh. Don't laugh, because I know you have something to say about this. Should I mention?
Let's go.
Okay, so we're talking about like what's the benefits of meeting someone the traditional way? Because I mean, I have, I know you and how much fun you had when you.
Where are you going with this? Tread lightly.
Versus like meeting someone online, like what is society's kind of like, because there are still stigmas that are associated with people who meet online, but like it seems like in an age the way we are now, it seems like everyone's doing it. So yeah, so we're gonna talk about that, and also the other thing I want to talk about is sort of like because him and I both want to go to the States one day to live for a bit. He wants to live there permanently, but I want to just
leave here. Go on.
You're wearing like the black shirt and like you're like very like, oh yeah, that's very dramatic. Don't do it up. Don't be a dickhead. Okay, there you go. So we're gonna talk about like sort of like, I guess, ways to plan for the future. Like for Michael here, who's gonna move to wherever the fuck you're gonna move to, California. Like, what are some useful things to think about when going away somewhere? Like, are you gonna miss your family? Well, I know you're not gonna miss your friends because you've like burnt.
No,
every
that
bridge.
That question I'm okay to answer.
Okay, because it's like that. Like you burnt every bridge.
Not every bridge.
Almost virtually everyone. Almost.
Yeah.
Give or take a few, like me and like Nolan, but everyone else.
Yeah.
See ya. But no, like that's like.
And I have my reasons for it.
Yeah, I know, but I'm like the thing that is.
And I wasn't the only one to do it.
I know. So like the only thing that's like kind of stopping me from wanting to move as fast as you do is leaving behind everyone, and so that is why I want to talk about like.
Yeah.
Is that so? We'll lead in with that. Actually, no, because it seems like you're more invested in that topic. So we'll talk about the online dating thing first, because I think that it's interesting.
However you want to slice it.
Yeah. So, but no, the reason why I want to talk about this is because, I don't want to say online dating is bad because, like, it's good in a whoa.
Go on. Yeah, I got it in.
Oh, good job. But no, it just seems like a lot of friends I know are meeting people this way.
Yeah. Me too.
The fact is that. Like, see, for the longest time, I was like I don't want to say I was an advocate against it because that doesn't seem fair to people who meet people on it. I was just saying that, like, for the longest time, up until recently, I was I don't want to say against it, but I wasn't an advocate for it personally.
Are you saying you were conservative in the fact
like, see,
of meeting people? Like, is that what you're trying to get at?
If conservative you mean old-fashioned, then yes.
Yeah, well, that's what conservative is.
Yeah, well... Generally, yes. But, like, the thing is
you don't see the liberals protesting gay rights.
No.
You know?
But, like,
just saying.
But, like, is then you're saying that the internet for meeting people is a contemporary way of meeting people?
It became a liberal way, and now it's a contemporary way. Because, because I'm taking media studies and stuff like that for, I don't know why. Oh, because I have to.
Why the fuck are you taking what you're
I have to take a communications course, and that's the one I took, and it's pretty fun. But it's amazing how much society has changed, even like 5 years ago and stuff like that. And we were talking about Tinder, and like I didn't hear about that till 2 weeks ago. I had no idea what that was. And now it seems like people, and it's a much more fast-paced world, and getting to meet people takes a lot of time and effort the old-fashioned way. Whereas Tinder, you look at a picture, see what they like, boom. But, there's also those pervs out there because there's not really much monitoring systems and stuff like that, which can lead to dangers and stuff, and people don't want to do online dating because of that, and I understand that. That's fine. I mean, I'm basically, it doesn't matter what.
It doesn't matter what you.
It doesn't matter what it doesn't matter because, right? Like, I'm leaving soon, so it's not as if.
But, like, okay, here's the thing. It seems like the way I kind of saw online dating, and, like, again, like, my perception of it has changed because of, like, my personal experience with it now. But, like, the thing is, it seemed like a very, almost, I kind of saw it as, like, a lazy way to meet people because, to be honest, if it's an online interaction, if you meet someone in a bar, you have to, like, get up the courage to actually ask them out, start a conversation with them. Actually, you get that initial chemistry because you are with the person right away.
Right.
The problem with online dating, sorry to interrupt, I'll let you get your point. The problem with that I saw with online dating is that it is a very simple, it's kind of like a cop-out of meeting people because when you meet someone traditionally, like at a bar or at class or through friends, you're not guaranteed to go in the avenue of a relationship. There's a game, there's a give and take, there's a game, like there's like kind of like the chase that you get for pursuing someone. The thing with online dating that was originally a problem for me was that it was sort of like you're both there to find the same thing. So like you kind of knowing what you're getting into because you're both are looking for a similar thing, right?
Right.
So it kind of takes away that chase, which I know that you enjoyed because of, not from the person I'm thinking of, that you're thinking of, but from before her, the letter.
Right. Yeah.
I'm seeing like your excitement from that.
Yeah.
And that kind of the chase that you were going on. I'm like, see, that is why that's why it was good, the traditional
That
way.
was such a weird time.
It
but
was.
Yeah, no.
You were in a dark place, were you? Literally.
But and you even like the lazy approach. That's why like you early How I Met Your Mother episodes where it was like you met her online. Like there was such a
stigma.
There was such a sad connotation to it that everyone was like, well, that means you've given up at that point. And like I knew a guy when I used to work in retail who I actually saw last year. And he gave up on that chase and he was starting to meet people online and he's like, people make fun of it a lot and stuff, but really I think he met at that point 2 people online. One girl, it was a very long relationship, very good relationship. For whatever reason, they broke up or whatever. Now he's met this new girl who, it was funny because that's who he was seeing. It was his first date with the girl he met online. So it was funny that he saw me because he's like, shit, this is actually my first day.
Yeah.
And, we talked on Skype and stuff like that. And,
but it's not the same as being with someone.
Yeah, and, I know someone who met someone on Tinder a couple weeks ago, and, like, they added on each other on Facebook finally and stuff like that. And, it's interesting. It's I mean, I know less about women than probably... Gotta be honest.
At least you're admitting it, though.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that you don't know about women.
I think I've stayed single for too long.
No, it's not that you don't know about women. It's just that you choose not to. It's not like you...
Because I got other things going on. It's not because I hate women. No,
you have more important things than pursuing a relationship right now.
Well, at this
I
point,
know that. They now know that. But, like, the thing is, it's just, like...
Not to say down the line something might change.
No. But, like, the thing is that I will say the one thing, though, is because the person I told you about on the bus, I met through this Tinder thing. Or, I know. So,
I thought it was a friend of a friend.
Yeah, well, since we're talking about it.
Is the friend Tinder?
Yeah.
I'm not laughing because of that. I'm laughing at the word. Okay, go on. Tell the world your story.
But no, because that's why is because like when I first signed up for about a week ago, because my friend was saying how she was meeting these guys on it, and she was like, you should definitely try it out just to see what happens.
I've been told that too, and then I was just like, I'm going to the gym. Can we like not talk about this right now?
Yeah. No, because it's just like because I guess I saw what she like who she was talking to, and it's just kind of like I had nothing else to lose at this point. And so, like really,
you're not dying. I'm at the end of my rope here. I'm past my prime. Why not? But honestly, Tinder works because it kind of doesn't it like if I'm not mistaken, doesn't it link you to people who are near your area?
They do, yeah.
So then there's that factor too, because you don't want to meet like a girl who's on vacation from Indianapolis, and you go, "Well, this is fuck," right? Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why I said Indianapolis, but at least like Tinder is like, okay, well, and now dating sites have done that too. Are you interested in people 50 kilometers from you, 100, and stuff like that? So,
well, I guess you can argue that like it has broadened people's horizons in the sense of like not like the way they see things, but in the sense of like they can now meet people that they wouldn't have otherwise been able to meet otherwise because of physical distance,
right,
because of different sort of factors.
right.
But like it introduces you to like a plethora of people in your area. So I guess that is one good thing because it connects you with people that again you have chemistry with that you wouldn't have otherwise met
Right.
if not for this thing.
And you have all your interests there. Like, what are you interested in? How I Met Your Mother, the '90s, or sports, Sabres or whatever.
Whatever.
I don't know how this shit works. So, yeah, there's that too. But again, the sense of mystery, I think, kind of, because you learn all about them in that one page.
Yeah.
Like, it doesn't matter to me. Don't take my word for it. It's people who watch this who know me, like, who's he to say anything? And I'm with you. But, yeah, I mean, that sense of mystery is kind of taken away, and you can agree or not. It honestly, it doesn't matter. But it's like
that's nice, Kevin, but your opinion doesn't matter.
I didn't mean it like that.
No.
I'm like, it just, everything's there, and it's like
there's no illusion. There's
what
no
do I have
there's
to,
no
what
shroud
else do
of
I have
mystery.
to learn from this person?
Well, I guess like the thing is that like you would have to actually like meet them and see what it's like to like, because like it's one thing. A lot of people that I know personally, they seem to, and I'm sure you can probably attest to this as well. But you can talk to someone, like you can talk to a friend. I have friends who I could talk to like on Facebook for hours. But if you here's my point. And I'm talking this like a few years ago. But here's my point. I can talk outside of the internet. Like the way I text on like my phone or whatever is who I am outside. Like that is who I am. For some people, however, they can only find their identity through talking online.
And that's something that we've studied.
Yeah, because there are people who I am friends with, whom I'm trying to have a conversation with face to face, and they, for the life of them, cannot do it. For some reason or another, they just are not socially comfortable talking to someone face to face. So the only way they can actually do that and achieve that is through texting and stuff. So that's why it's like when you meet someone on these things and you talk to them, could be for days, for hours or whatever, and then when you actually meet up, you're like, oh, this is awkward. It's because that's another stigma, I guess, associated with it, because people who are on that cannot find people if not for this. That's like another sort of negative connotation, I guess. Like you were saying, it's kind of like rock bottom, but
yeah, and whatever. But no, I'm trying to like, do I state this or whatever? But I've in the past where it's been a mainly texting relationship because of distance and whatever, and then you get on a Skype relationship and there's nothing else to be said, and you're just two people just sitting there staring at a screen. So it's like, what you have for lunch? Yeah, right. Because you wasted on texting and stuff. And I kind of alluded this because we had to create a blog for this course, and I said that
follow at the cat.
No, that's not my blog name. I'm not even. It's all school purposes, and I'm not.
I'm joking.
But because I kind of trash people on there, not by name, but. Yeah.
You know who you are.
It's not trash because it's not trashing.
You can defend all you want. Just continue.
Because I there's two sides to every story all the time. I just find it weird. But the way I see it is, I've had where it's like you just said it, where they can go on and on texting, Facebook, whatever, but you get to them in person and it's like either there's nothing really to talk about or you can't really, there's not much you can add anymore because you've said it all on this thing. So it's like,
that's my phone, by the way.
Yeah.
Just shout out to that.
Shout out to the Kevin's phone.
But no, like
in the world. No, I'm kidding.
But no, like you make a good point,
right? And so I don't know. I mean, I've never done the online dating thing before. I don't plan on because for me, being friends with the person first, I think kind of. I don't know. You get to know the real person. It's not like someoe's putting on an act like at a bar. Where it's like, oh yeah, I do care about the environment. Oh yeah, I want to have kids. And then the next thing you know, you're leaving her house at 4 a.m. in the morning. Shit, oh well, I didn't say who that was. But
I was just gonna say personal experience there, Mike? Or?
No, not me. Okay. Someone we both know. But
Tell me about that
one. But it didn't really go down that way. But I don't know, just for whatever reason, like friends becoming. I mean, of course, there's a double-edged sword to that because if it works out, great.
Yeah, exactly.
If it doesn't,
you're fucked.
90% of it, you're pretty much screwed. So I don't know. I mean, I think that sense of the chase and all that mysteriousness kind of gets lost. But if it works for you, fine. I mean, I'm not one to judge. I'm not one to say, my way or the highway. But it's totally fine.
But no, and like I think there is sort of like this understanding now that a lot of people I know are meeting their significant other through these, whether it be Tinder or online dating sites. They have they're meeting people, and you know what? I guess at the end of the day, as long as you're happy with the person you're with, then it doesn't necessarily matter how you met them. And if people are gonna judge you for that, then fuck them. Like, who cares? Like, it just seems like at the end of the day, as long as you're happy, that's ultimately what happens. Like, that's what matters.
And as long as you're not harming anyone or whatever, then yeah.
Exactly. Hear that ringing endorsement from Michael, how enthusiastic he is. Like, come on. But like, I just know that
these single ladies.
Well, we'll see.
I went on about.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with.
Well, I said, I mean, it's not. Nothing's ever set in stone with me.
No, and that's the thing is the person I'm with right now. I'm really enjoying our company, and it's my foot. What's wrong with you?
Nothing. Go on. No, I thought I heard something.
Yeah, no, it's just the person that I met. She seems really nice. I really enjoy our company. But that's the thing. It's just like at the end of the day, as long as I'm happy, that's what matters. And for you. Whenever you meet the person you're gonna end up with, whether it be like knock on wood, maybe it might never happen, but like say you.
Hey, I'm not saying it's. I'm just saying,
See, I know you, and so you put on the act that you don't want to meet someone, but I know deep down there is some there's one molecule in your brain that's like, well, I can see it. It's true. I know you. You put on the act, but I know there's that one. That one fucking tiny atom in your brain somewhere is like, no, not desperate, but like, I can see myself with someone.
My brother said the same thing. He's like, you go on and on about this, but you know what? I guarantee you're gonna be meeting someone like
Not saying you're gonna get married. Not saying you're gonna have kids in 5 years. I'm just saying you're like, I know that you want to meet someone eventually when the time is right.
Yeah, it's timing, and that's always been a big issue.
That's been a problem for you.
That's been. Oh my God! Well, because
I've been here for the ride.
We've been on each other's journeys forever. Yeah. And so timing has been just horrible.
That is one thing that's never been in your favor.
Nothing. No.
Never. It's like it's a fact at this point. It's sad, but things can change. You're gonna move to Los Angeles. You might meet someone there. No, but like, okay, now no. Here's the thing, though. Would you want to bring if you meet, say, someone who's amazing, she's a total 10, she's a Habs fan.
She can be any hockey fan she wants.
No, but I'm saying she's like the perfect woman in your eyes, but your parents don't like her.
Ooh.
Do you still pursue that or no?
Oh.
Because it is your ideal woman ever, fucking a perfect 10, but your mom doesn't like her. Your dad doesn't like her. Matthew's undecided. What do you do?
See, here's the thing,
because you come from an Italian family, so
and I want to ask this question to you after, because here's the thing, because my family is fairly close, so basically, if we like somebody, then chances are very strongly that everyone's going to gravitate towards that person. So, at least my parents think that I've been smart in the way of friendships and stuff like that. Like they've always said that I've been very careful about, who I had friendships with. And, it was something I always, especially high school, where you could easily have gone to the wrong crowd. And I've had, old elementary school friends that I've had years of childhood memories with, sports, school, you name it. And all of a sudden, we had to go our separate ways. And it's so interesting to see how those paths, how different they were. So if I were to pick someone... If I were to meet someone...
Because life works like that.
Yeah, especially in my case. If I were to meet someone, and there's a mutual attraction, things are going great, and it's like, I feel she could be endgame. Chances are, my parents will like that. Now, in some weird universe,
this is all
they totally dislike her, which I really, really doubt because we kind of like me and my parents for whatever reason
you're on the same wavelength. I know.
In terms of that.
Yeah, but I know that, but I'm saying like in some hypothetical universe,
that'd be a real tough one.
Yeah.
Ooh, and I know it's a cop out to say I have no answer for that right now until I would have to experience it. That is so fucking tough.
The reason why I was thinking that was because to answer your question to me is the answer. I would say I would.
Why do your parents not like her?
Well, no, because my parents my mom met her, and that
was soon.
Well, no, because she was more than nice enough to give me a lift home, which I'm very thankful. Because my parents were out,
right,
and mom's on same with your dad. They're on March break now. And so she was in Toronto that she got back, and she was able to give me a lift home. And so luckily, her name's Jess. She's able to give me a lift home. And then I was like, well, since you're here, and my mom's like, who'd you go out with? I'm like, well, you introduce each other. Yeah. Right. No, my mom seems like, because my mom is she's Italian. I like her already. Seriously. And that's what it is. My dad is she's Italian, so she has to be Catholic. And I'm like, all right, Dad, whatever you say.
My parents are like, well, my family's as long as it's not a dude, because they're very conventional. To which my brother will say something, and they go, "What?" I
can see your mom saying that. It's as long as it's not a guy. As long as she doesn't have a dick.
It was so weird because it was my grandparents had their 50th wedding anniversary last year.
Yeah.
Great ceremony, great everything. But you have all these people come up to me going, "So when are you going to get married? Where's your fiance or whatever?" And I'm like, I'm single.
Huh?
And so they went, "Oh, it's okay. There's still time for you." And I'm like, it's such a bad scenario that I'm single at 20. And so, there was a few of us talking at a table or whatever. And my parents, and my mom's there. My dad was talking to somebody else. But these old people, not old people, but
they're older.
And they were
mature crowd.
They're like, "Is he gay?" And my mom goes, before my mom says, because my mom knows I'm straight. And I'm not saying, I'm not going to take offense to it because it's something
not that there's anything wrong with that.
It's because it's nothing offensive.
Yeah.
But my mom's like, because I think they were saying it as a joke, but my mom took it so seriously.
So she was like, no!
Even if he was gay, we would totally love him the same. I think Vince would too. I'm like, wait, so you're not sure about
I like how your mom was like,
we would still love him the same. And she made such a defiant point, as if they were offending my mother if she raised a gay child.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm not. But at the same time, you shouldn't be taking offense to that because it's we're in such a more liberal world now than before, and people are so much more open. But then again, Italian household, more conventional values. Not to say that they're,
Not to say there's no contemporary Italians,
yeah,
but that's the thing.
I don't want to paint everyone in my extended family with one brush. That's completely not true. And I think they were joking about that. But it's what were we talking about? I actually forgot.
What, the way...
Oh, people liking each other, whatever.
Yeah.
But that'd be, oh man. I would, because what I realized, here's what I think. And people don't, because they see the videos and they think that we go out and have lives. But I've been in solitude for about 2 years now.
No.
Not solitude,
solitude in the sense of, you haven't been with someone in a while. I'll say
but I haven't been out. I haven't really gone out.
What are you talking about? You went out, when was the last time you went out?
I haven't been, I don't know, I haven't really socialized with a lot of people compared to what I used to.
Yeah, I will say I've seen you being a lot more not. You've always been outgoing, but you did more shit a couple years ago.
Yeah,
when I was still down here.
Yeah,
you actually but that's people change and shit.
And school.
Said that with a scowl.
So school has forced me kind of to take a step back and whatever.
Yeah.
But
sorry.
But but taking a step back and you start to learn things about yourself, and the whole term, learning who you really are and self-exploration. I always thought that was pish posh, and I never thought of it.
But especially university.
But it's so true. And what I've realized is now I take more of a step back, whereas a lot of people, especially Italians, you say something, they'll attack you like that without digesting, looking at your point of view, and then saying, okay, I understand and I respect your opinion, but here's how I think. Whereas in my family, it's very like, what? What? Like they're really face. On the cuff and stuff like that.
Hold on, folks.
Get your password.
Technical difficult. Oh, it's still going. Yay!
Hey.
Okay.
So it's very much, you know, like, and that was something I was saying to.
Sorry, don't mind this. Keep going.
I was saying to a family member. I was like, you know, after all these years, I finally have like been able to learn and, you know, about.
After how long though?
Well, I mean, I've known stuff, but like, I guess because when you're with your family, then you kind of revert to your old habits and stuff, and that was a big habit that I used to, which was actually, you know, I'm not saying it was hereditary, but it was like, I was so used to jumping the gun and like talking over people without having them finish what they say, whereas I'm like, even like, I don't even talk in seminars much anymore.
Yeah, but like you are more of an active listener.
I am, and then if I have something to say, I'll say it, but you know, only if it's substantial. Yeah. Like if I'll take everything in, I'll be like, okay, I agree with you at that point. I'm not really sure I understand where you're getting at with that point, but have it, you know, clear the air. Which and now bring it back to the whole thing. The question: if I say my girlfriend and my parents, there's a problem.
So like chokes you up to say that. You're like my girlfriend. Anyway, yeah. So
I'm really coming across as horrible, and
how's it horrible?
Believe me, someone will think it's horrible. And
you just...
I'll sit them down. But like...
I will sit their ass down, motherfucker.
Well, you know what? If that's what it takes. And I'll say, look, what are your problems with my parents? What are your problems with her? And see if we can find a common ground. Because usually in my experience with people not liking in-laws or people not liking, you know, the daughter-in-law or the son-in-law and those kind of problems... It's very rarely do you ever hear, and I would go, well, have you ever sat down and talked about your problems? And they just don't communicate. They just won't communicate at all. So it's like, well, how do you know, like, you hate each other and, you know, shit has happened in the past. And unless they've really done bad shit, then I can understand that. But, like, if they don't like each other right off the bat, which, you know, that would be such a slim possibility in my case.
Well, no, in your case, it would be next to impossible. And, like, hypothetically speaking,
hypothetically, I'd have them both sit down and be like, okay, let's try to work this out and try to negotiate a deal. I'm such a hockey guy.
Hopefully you do a better job than Gillis, but
But let's see your thoughts on this question.
My thoughts on the question are
the girl or the people who raised you.
I think that, well, for like, I'm talking like
one man will make the choice.
Sorry, you should do some like voiceover work. It's
funny. I think I've done that in the past.
Yeah, you did. But no, like my opinion on this is like with regards to Jessica, it seems that my parents don't have a problem at all, which I'm thankful for. But if
sorry, I had to say
I had to. But no, with regards to if my parents were to, I would kind of say, I would very kindly say, Mom, Dad, like I would sit them down and basically no, because I'm gonna try like
I'm trembling with anticipation, buddy.
No, because like here's the thing, is that I know my parents ultimately want me to be happy. And so,
and I think mine too.
Yeah. No, well, yours, no. Yeah.
yours, no, they don't. They want you to be miserable.
No. I mean, no isn't yes.
Yeah.
Double negative means yes. So the thing is that I think my parents would ultimately like me to be happy, and so they would put it aside. I think if they knew I was really happy.
So now, then are you saying that they would play fake with her? Like they kind of be like not a two-face, but they'd act fake?
No, because like my mom would. Like, I know my mom. Like, she would be mad, or not mad, but like...
They're like, oh, I love you, honey. Thank you for coming.
When she gets mad...
I hate that bitch.
No, my parents are... My parents are like that. Like,
well, they might think it, you know.
I'm not inside their head, so I don't know. But like, I just know, like, I've been with my parents, obviously, for my whole life. And naturally. And I know how they operate. And my parents aren't the kind of people to backtalk anyone. That's not who they are. Right. And so, like, they wouldn't do that. I'd hope not. Maybe because, like, I'm their son, they have more liberty to do so. I doubt they will. Right. But I just know, like, my mom, like, and I'm sure your mom's the same way. No girl is ever going to be good enough for you. And that's, like, the mantra that a lot of moms have for their sons, is that, like, there's going to be...
I've heard that mantra. That's funny. I never asked that question to my mom.
And I asked my mom that. And she's like, it doesn't matter who you bring home. Like, my mom's like, you can bring home the most amazing woman ever. But she, like, as the mom, like, she'll love the person I'm with. Because she'll be supportive, but ultimately she's like, because that's what moms do. They're like, oh,
and
no
they
one
kind
will
of
ever
might
be
see
good
it
enough
as
for my
the
son.
new woman taking over. Right?
And that's the thing, is that I know my mom, I know she was jealous.
Right.
With my last one. Not jealous, but like she was like...
I'm laughing at the last one. That's what I'm laughing at.
That doesn't deserve to say her name. But no, she sees this, heyo. But no, like my mom was like, she put up, like, not put up with her, but like...
I think she did.
No, I know she did. I'm trying to put it nicely, but she did.
Yeah.
But no, I think that like my mom would tell me her problems, and if I'm like, Mom, stick it where it doesn't matter, I'm happy, she will be like, okay, she'll let it go. But that being said, I don't know, because I never, like, I'd say, man, I'm surprised
it's taken as long as it has.
Yeah, and you didn't want to talk about this.
No, apparently I had a lot to talk about.
No, because I know deep down you're more than just hockey. Hockey. I don't know why the fuck I said it with a Canadian accent.
I actually speak in a Canadian accent. I actually have to.
Well, you know what? Let's actually. So ultimately, before we start, because that was a good segue to the next thing. Final statement on what you think of the original question, which is the online dating thing. Like, would you ever not resort to it? Would you ever do it? And would
it's like resorting. That's the whole last thing scenario, right? That's what we were talking about.
Or would you have a problem with people doing it? Like, do you have a problem with me meeting the person doing just this way?
I mean, well, you know how I am with security and stuff like that. So it's like, honestly,
do you
know that person is who they say they are? Yeah. Because, you don't know this person. They can turn out to be, I don't even know what a masochist even is, but one of those people.
Masochist? Anyway. So...
they, like, murder people with sickles or something?
No.
Okay. That's what I thought. And so...
A masochist is sort of like a man who's sexist against women, I think it is.
Oh, then, yeah, okay. Well, scratch that. But, like, someone who is just very...
Hold on.
Weird. But,
Hold on. Define masochist. Oh, someone who obtains pleasure from receiving punishment. So fucking
well, then all the power to you. I'm kidding. No. Honestly, yeah. Online dating. I mean, is it an avenue I might explore? Yeah, maybe. I mean,
yeah, but like again, it's your issue's always been timing. So that'll play a role in whenever or whoever or whenever you meet someone. But no, like I just think that like it was kind of a different topic to talk about because I wanted to go on record here and say that like. We are more than just two guys talking about hockey. We do have lives. And, like, we do like to, like, it's different to talk about things that, because first of all, when we go into talking about hockey, most of the people have no fucking idea what we're talking about.
And that is something that we've heard a lot.
Yeah, and so that's why I'm like, this is a thing that a lot of people can relate to, because first of all, it happens all around us. You know people who are on this shit. I know people that are on this shit. Like, it's with us. And so I figured, like, it'd be different to talk about than just, like, hockey stuff, which we'll do.
No, I was saying we talked about the Sochi Olympians using it.
Yeah, and so that's why I'm like, I think that it's, I think ultimately, you were saying with How Much Your Mother and the stigma they even had in that episode was like 2008, I think.
That was a long time.
But it just seems like you were saying, society today is very understanding, and I think, like you're saying, they're more liberal in their train of thought. Like they're more accepting of people, and like
Hollywood has had a big part in that.
Yeah, and so I think that like why. I guess the thing I had to ask is like why be afraid of something that is changing the and I was guilty of this too because I was originally not a fan.
People always fear what they don't understand.
Is that a Bane impression?
I don't know. It wasn't. It wasn't even supposed to be. Oh, it's supposed to be the voice of God, and then it turned into God and Bane.
It sounded like a Bane impression.
Anyway,
but no, I just think that like
he doesn't even say that either.
No, that's why I'm like, what's that? I thought like the voice. But no, I just think that like in terms of where our society is in terms of acceptability of people now than like say even 20 years ago has changed a lot. And like you said, Hollywood and celebrities and social awareness and like things like that have definitely educated people and sort of broadened people's horizons. And I think our generation is kind of the forerunner.
Yeah,
for like because like you know so
totally
even
in
our
that transition
even
phase.
like our parents. They're more understanding now than like our grandparents were, but we are like our generation is more understanding than our parents are for sure, and that has to do with like the not just social networking and the advent of the internet, but sort of like the fact that we are. I feel like globally we are more connected than ever before. And so I think that also has a thing to do with it. The fact that we are connected to so many people all the time means that like people are going to be different, and you have to accept that.
Shit, I'm kind of thinking about posting this on the for my class.
No, because I said the thing, and then she's gonna fucking watch it. So.
Oh.
Yeah.
Shit.
I know. Sorry about that.
You just want extra participation marks, man.
Yeah, well, I can.
No, we don't know.
Deeper shit.
It's fine. Plus, they know I'm the cack and it's not you. So.
Yeah, but then I said what I said.
I know. Whatever. Fine. Yeah. I won't do it. It's fine. Well, thank you.
No, we still gotta do the other one.
What other one?
The fucking plan to go to the States thing.
What about it?
We didn't talk about it.
What about my plan?
You know how we had like the other segment to this episode?
Which was?
We were talking about like how the thing's holding you back from moving away.
Oh!
Yeah.
Yeah!
The one you said you had a million things to talk about. You will do another episode of that because this was already 40 minutes.
All right.
So we're going to come back with that. But yo, peace out.
I do have
Kevin, Cock. What?
I do have a lot to talk about that subject.
Yeah, so we'll be back in a second.